Good morning, traders, and welcome to this week's first Market Insights video provided to you by Orbex. It's Monday, the 26th of August. On Friday, we had very, very interesting developments in the markets. Of course, we had Fairtrade Power speaking in Jackson Hole. He didn't repeat the mid-term adjustment, and that is seen as the markets as a rate cut in September, but not as aggressive. Powell, of course, reiterated that he's not going to be a victim of Trump's trade policy and that the Fed should react independently. They're waiting for data to come in and then see how things should, how policy should be made pretty much. Trump, of course, doesn't like that. He thinks now that domestically than internationally, he has a worst enemy, and that is, of course, Fed chair. The thing is that after all that happened, and after, of course, China's retaliation on the increase in tariffs, as the U.S. Has already called on to start in September 1st. That was what actually broke the markets a little, because after the retaliation and after markets have closed, right? Trump went out ordering all U.S. companies to leave China. That is escalating trade war to a level that has never been escalated before. Is going to create more problems. Many think that this is a currency war now. I think it is a currency war for sure. What I don't know yet is whether there's going to be a U.S. intervention, and that tends actually more likely as time goes past. On the economic calendar, this week we're expecting a few GDP figures. It will be important to watch the Germany one, of course, also the US. Germany has been most affected by trade wars, and the US is going to give us more clues whether we should be more fearful of a recession or not. Now, I want to start with the S&P daily. We've had 3, 4, 5. And ABC, okay? We talked about this for a while now. We see this either as an expanding flat, which is going to end around 138, 161, anywhere between those levels. And we also have the potential of this turning out to be as a running flat. So prices are going to move around 23.97. Okay, whatever the case is, we've had a 3, and we're expecting now a 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that is not the case, then we're most likely looking at having a more complex pattern here, with maybe wave 2 correction becoming a little bit more, lasting a little bit longer than as expected. Down on the 1 hour, since we're done with this wave W up here, Y up here, we've seen the impulsive move to the downside to complete wave 1. Wave 2 looks like it's completed, so we're expecting now wave 3, then 4 and 5. Okay, there's not much to add around here. Within this correction, there we also have a flat pattern, and within this flat we have another flat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so very interesting patterns to watch. Flat, flat, flat. It's all about flats. Down on the one day though, I just want to mention that in case we get that to be a running flat, we're going to end around that level. In case this is going to be an expanding flat, then we're looking at having that. Okay, so that would be 3, 4, and 5. Where in the first scenario, we're going to see that becoming 3, 4, and 5, right? Which makes sense, of course. The S&P daily, this is my 360 chart from last Friday. You can go on our blog and check it. That was posted, obviously, during Friday's day. Here we also ended this impulsive move, and we are now ABC correction, which is likely to turn as a running flat. Okay, could be the case. Now, in the intermediate term, I see this as a flat as well. Okay, so we've had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we expect a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now of course, wave C can end anywhere between the 100 and 161.8. around 100, so above this 95, 85, I guess would be and turning out to be a running flat. Anywhere below that, it would be an expanding flat. Okay, now if prices move to that level, this is the potential upside move after completing wave B, of course, around 101 and 102. If we go lower to 94.50 or so, then we are looking at prices moving over 104 for an expanding flat. In the shorter term, on the 1 hour, not much more to say here. We've got ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is not correct. Wave 1 should be here, and that's an ABC. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now we are, despite this sort of steep decline, we're most likely looking at prices just to range a little bit more here and then start breaking lower. We're looking at this break to validate that move. In case prices move all the way up, we're looking at a more complex pattern, okay? But we don't want prices to break above 98, 93. If that happened, that would invalidate the bearish scenario. So I want to thank you for being with me for another day. And as always, I want to remind you to visit our blog. It's where we cover the latest news, headlines. We'll provide trading ideas and, of course, all the necessary tools traders need.